presents the bottom line. The Stone Cold Censor. Feed me more. You just made the list.
You see, man, armchair bookers, I want to lead y'all into the promised land because I'm doing a terrible Bray Wyatt impression. Anyway, that shit was bad as fuck. Anyway, and I chickened out halfway through. What's going on, armchair bookers? And I don't even know why I randomly did a fucking like Bray Wyatt impression because he was not the biggest thing on the fucking show this week by any means. We were just talking about off podcast how to get more like listeners, and I probably just scared the few that we got away with that shit.
Good job.
Anyway, what's going on, armchair bookers? I'm Jazz. I'm here with my boy Pete.
What up, though?
It is currently Thursday, May 31st, 2018, and we are going to give our review of Raw and Smackdown for the 28th and 29th of this month, respectively.
Yeah, dog.
Word. So we're gonna hop right into it, everybody. Let me get a little sip of this wild cherry Pepsi. All right. Lubricate my mind, as it were, for all y'all people who like the whiz out there. For all y'all who don't, but at least get the reference. Anyway.
Oh yeah, lubricate your mind, and the rest will follow.
I was about to say that's not how it goes, but you were mixing two different things. Because I was like, when you first started, I was like, no. Anyway, welcome to the Wiz podcast.
Oops.
Which could be taken two different ways. It's about, taking number ones. Anyway, what am I talking about? This is the weirdest open. We open Raw. Braun
with the best way well, technically with a tribute to the troops and stuff because Memorial Day.
Oh yes, of course. And
to the troops, so I definitely respect all the troops out there to go out there and fight for us. Wouldn't be here making YouTube videos.
I agree. Yeah, whatever your political beliefs, whatever your, beliefs as far as all that stuff goes, still got to respect people who do that stuff.
You're allowed to bitch about the government because we have people fighting for us.
Right. So, without making this that podcast.
That's all I'm saying. No,
but
it was just Happy Memorial Day, honor to the troops. We don't have to make this anything.
Exactly. But yeah, rest in peace to everybody that, has given their life. But yeah, so we open up
with the best start to a show possible.
The thing is, though, see, how many big men, because you said it yourself, how many big men have really won Money in the Bank?
Kane.
That's exactly.
After
we
like
said at the same time. Yeah, because Kane's been in about 7. Yeah,
he was
right.
in like the first 5.
Yeah, right, exactly. And like he's won 1. So big men are needed in Money in the Banks and just big person ladder matches and whatnot to do all the heavy lifting for the lighter people and all the power moves and whatnot. But they don't win.
It's the same thing with the Rumble. Can you point at big man Rumble winners? Sure, especially now with Braun. But it ain't often. Because 9 times out of 10, it's the idea of having the big scary thing as a semi-red herring where everyone's like, holy shit, the big thing. How are they gonna beat the big thing? Oh wait, they're gonna team up on them. Like every time.
That happens in pretty much every Rumble. It happens in pretty much every like multiple person match with a big man.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, shit.
It's the big man role.
They did that. It's big person multiple matches now because they did that with fucking Nia Jax at I think what was it like WrestleMania or something where like all the women, if it wasn't WrestleMania, it was something like that where all the women like climbed on top of each other. They dogpiled her. Yeah, the pennant ring. But yeah, so we open up. Braun is talking about Monster in the Bank, which this is me being way too fucking like what's the word, over analytical or whatever, but I'm like, wouldn't it be Monster Money in the Bank since you replace the Mr. with a different noun? So that's me thinking too hard.
You go up and tell him that.
So you
Sir,
should be
I'm
Monster
sorry,
Money.
I think your grammar's wrong.
And you know what? Braun Strowman will probably say, "Thank Jazz. I appreciate your feedback, but you're thinking too hard." And then he would leave me alone. It'd be all good.
Hit you in the head so you can't think anymore.
He'd shoulder tackle me and I'd flip like Kevin Owens. By the way, Kevin Owens is making. You gotta shout out to Kevin Owens for making Braun Strowman look stronger than he fucking is with them fucking bumps. But fucking
making him look accurately strong.
Anyway, so he's cutting his promo about how he's pretty much gonna eat everybody because, like I said last week, it's feeding time. Come, a few weeks from now. Finn Balor came out though and interrupted him.
Yeah.
And one thing I liked was that Finn Balor is not, he's not just gonna be the whole. He's not gonna get pushed down the ladder of like the mid card and all the hierarchy. So what I mean is like, okay,
he's getting pushed down the ladder. Somebody else is definitely winning that.
No, figuratively, motherfucker. Fuck you very much, sir. No, what I mean is, I like that he showed a little bit of like fire and a little bit of like, you're not just gonna come here and fuck with me, even if you are a bigger dude. I mean, he paid for it, but when he slapped fucking Braun, I was like, oh shit, okay.
And then he got tossed and did a fucking barrel roll.
That's why I said he paid for it. I thought he was gonna land on his feet, which would have been cool as fuck.
Fucking love the barrel roll on the toss.
I thought he was gonna land on his fucking feet the way he tossed him. I really did. And I was if he would have slapped him, then got thrown and landed on his feet, Finn would have looked even like better out of that exchange. But yeah, no. So they have a match, get set up. Balor versus Strowman. Kevin Owens on fucking commentary, which was fucking hilarious because he was saying good stuff, but when he kept fucking instigating in the match with fucking.
It was also hilarious when fucking he sat down and what's his name? Corey Graves was like, "Sorry, Kevin, that you gotta deal with fucking Monday Night Saxton, coach." And I'm like, damn, Monday Night Saxton, poor coach.
Fucking Byron Saxton, like, dude, man, they just he takes it, cause see.
Oh yeah, that's his role. His role is to be shut up, Byron. That's his thing. That's been his thing for years because JBL kind of forced that to happen.
Cause Booker T got on that motherfucker and got Corey Graves to be completely professional right down the middle.
You gotta be more professional. He still tried to take stats at him.
And fucking Corey, not Corey Graves, but fucking Coach would just say something kind of dumb, and then they'll just call him out, and then Coach would just keep it moving. But yeah, Byron is shut up, Byron.
Yeah, Byron is just straight up. Shut up, Byron. That is his thing. That is practically his catchphrase.
I did like the whole like I said, Kevin Owens interrupting the thing, and then he did it twice. He basically instigated for Braun and then instigated for Finn. Match ended in a DQ.
Also, 3 weeks till Money in the Bank they mentioned. Holy crap! I thought it was coming up like this week. It's 3 weeks away.
I know. I thought it was like next week too. Mm-hmm. I thought it was next week. But the thing is, see, this is the thing, and I made a joke about this a few podcasts ago, but it's like coming off of WrestleMania, Greatest Royal Rumble Backlash, and then all the other shit that was going on. We got so used to pay-per-view. Yeah. That now it's like, oh, we're back to regular schedule programming with like taking time to build up storylines and build up matches and shit.
Well, like I said, I'm okay with this.
But no,
I didn't expect it.
That's what I mean. We got so used to that it's like, oh right, this is how things should be. They should take time. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, everything it was cool for what it was. It was nice to open with a promo that wasn't here's Kurt Angle, here's Stephanie McMahon, or here's Roman Reigns, blah 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 blah. But I
Yeah.
mean, we still have people with jaw jacket set up a match.
Well, that's how you open half the time. Like 80% of the time, Raw's gonna open with a fucking promo and 15-minute conversation.
Yeah.
It's just how the shows work.
Yo, all right. So apologies, armchair bookers, if things are a little weird, having some technical difficulties and whatnot. But we're gonna get back into Raw for the 28th of May. Anyway, so like I was saying, to sum things up, pretty much you were saying, pretty much every Raw does start off promo. Somebody doesn't like the shit. Oh, you guys don't like it? Well, here's a match. It's pretty much how everything fucking starts. Then they had a DQ because Kevin Owens got like interfered in the match. Bam, disqualification. And of course, the main thing that everybody's talking about, which was fucking impressive, was fucking Braun Strowman showing his strongman roots through a goddamn full size ladder halfway down the fucking ramp.
Oh, you done started something, Kevin.
Jesus Christ, he threw the shit out that fucking ladder, bruh.
Kevin GT the fuck FO'd.
Yes, he GT the fuck FO wins. Okay, I'm done for now. I'll leave all the bad puns up to you because that's usually your thing more than mine.
I do not make bad puns.
Yes, you do. You do. You own up to it.
I might.
What the fuck you own? This isn't me talking shit. You own up to it. What the fuck? That would be like me saying I don't have brown skin. Like, bro, no, yes I do. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, dumb.
Anyway, the next segment. All right, so Pete. All right, so I have been saying the last few weeks, not that we were necessarily having a argument or debate or whatever, as it were, to a serious extent, but I have been somewhat saying, and I think you had somewhat disagreed about. I was saying that it's a little odd that because we all love Elias. I want to walk with Elias, all that shit. But I was saying it's a little odd that Elias comes out and does his heel stuff, but kind of eggs the crowd on and whatnot, right?
Yes.
This, speak up a little bit too, just so I can hear you, because they might. Okay, I'm just saying the mic might be a little low. Anyway, but no. So this, the whole time I was watching this segment he did Monday, this is what I've been saying about what I really think Elias, I'm not gonna say should do, because the man is more of a professional with this shit than I am by the nth degree. But this is kind of what I guess I'm expecting, or what I've been kind of talking about as far as heel stuff. And what I mean is, he said walk with Elias with no intents to let the crowd know to say it with him. He never said who wants to or stands for or whatever.
He didn't say
as far as
he's done the who wants to walk with Elias forever. That was his.
no, right. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I mean is he didn't like have a lead up to let the crowd know to say it with him. Is what I mean. As well as when it came to the playing the guitar thing. He never actually played a song. He teased playing a song, but never played a song. So he got the audience all ready to hear him play, and then stopped for some reason, and then got him ready, and then stopped. So after a while, they weren't just booing because he shitted on the town, but they were booing because he wasn't giving them what they wanted.
Yeah.
That's heel shit.
No, and that's fine. I'm just also saying this isn't the first time he's done that. And as far as no lead-in to let everybody know they should say it, he did have the lead-in. It's the same lead-in he's always used. And I've got one question for everybody here tonight.
Who wants to walk with Elias? But what I mean is he didn't do the serious like WWE stands for, and then wait for the crowd to fill it in, and then say it again, and then wait for them to fill it in even like bigger. That's what I mean.
Well, yeah, but again, I still say that goes. I still say the WWE stands for isn't really him doing face shit. I think that's literally just him being that egotistical. Because remember, he still goes out, and even with this, he's like, "You won't get to hear me sing if you don't shut up." The character himself is delusional and thinks that people actually like him.
Right, and the classic heel is pretty much either one of two things: fuck everybody, or they're so delusional they don't realize people hate them. That's usually typical heel shit.
Yeah. But anyway, I liked it. But before we get to the Elias segment, I did think it's funny. Kevin Owens tried to leave. Kevin Owens yelling at the valet to get his keys and stuff, and Kurt Angle and it's like,
I forgot about that.
And they're like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "What? There's like a Memorial Day parade down the street. There's gonna be fun." And he's like, "You don't care about Memorial Day. You're Canadian."
You're Canadian, right?
Like, well, damn. And also, you're gonna fight later tonight. So.
But no, you're right. That was funny. That was funny. But yeah, no, that's what I was saying. And I mean, I love Elias. Everybody loves Elias, even he's a heel. And I mean, the second that they turn my dude face, which is going to happen at some point, because one is going to happen because, like I say, pretty much every superstar, I can't think of one that hasn't been both, whether for a little bit of time or not. On top of the whole crowd wanting to hear him sing and the crowd wanting to say his catchphrases, Elias has amazing fucking crowd control though. Like the dude he's incredible. So, you look like you want to say something. I can see you on camera. Oh, okay. I was like, look,
I said Muhammad Hassan, as far as people that were probably never a face.
Okay. That might be one up you got on me. Because I wanted you to say somebody that's like fairly new, because I was gonna be like, well, they haven't had time, but he had some time.
Oh, he was too heel.
But at the same
time, kill him off.
I was just about to say at the same time, he didn't really have enough time. His stuff got to be well, they did that whole episode that they had to put the disclaimer on and never showed again with the dudes in the fucking like masks and fucking sweaters and shit.
Well,
I still haven't seen it.
That segment is it was a segment, and then because Smackdown was pre-taped, it ended up airing the day that an actual terrorist attack happened.
Exactly, and you got
them. They didn't do it to mock that. They
didn't, right? But it happened before, and then it was basically like just bad timing. But yeah, no, I remember that shit. I still haven't seen the episode, by the way.
I did when it happened, but I didn't nearly care as much because I don't.
Well, anyway. Now, see, what I thought was so funny too, right? Seth Rollins comes out. Seth Rollins basically talks shit about Elias in so many words, tells him get out of his ring.
Leave.
In so many words.
They're chanting sing, sing, sing.
Bruh, yes. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up and reminded me. Oh my God. Okay, yo, this motherfucker, they were yelling, again, beautiful crowd control, giving the crowd what the crowd wanted to boo at him and tell him to go. Yeah. And fucking, I think they're chanting, and it was the way Corey Graves said this shit too.
No,
I think.
Coach.
No, it was the way Corey Graves said it though, where he was like, because he was like, Coach goes, I think they're chanting sing, and then the way Corey Graves goes, they're chanting leave, Coach. Like he said it like, bruh, shut up.
Okay.
He was like they're chanting. It's like no, stop, you stop that. But no, because why would they be chanting sing? Let's go boo and then say sing. The fuck? Anyway. But anyway, but no, I was saying, so basically Seth Rollins in so many words told him to get out of his ring. What I thought was so funny was they made Elias look like a bitch because he like walked out, and I'm sitting here watching it. And I'm like, dang, he's gonna walk away like a little bitch like that. But then when he came back later, I was like, aha! All right, WWE, I see what you did.
Damn good match.
Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, Cause yeah, so they basically have a Jinder Mahal thing. Cause Jinder Mahal is gonna be upper mid card to main event status from now on, whether we like it or not. That's just how it is.
I like the match. I'm not gonna lie. I thought
I
it
don't
was a
remember
good
too
match.
much from it, so I can't say if I liked it or not. To be honest with
It
you,
was a good match.
um,
Being honest. I also
but
like Sunil Singh or whatever the fuck his name is. Oh, maybe they were chanting Sing, 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 but they were chanting for Sunil Singh to come out. Maybe
oh,
copyright or something.
you mean before we even knew Jinder Mahal was gonna be involved in this match period?
No, we knew he was going to be. They said at the top of the show, Seth Rollins wants Jinder Mahal in an Intercontinental Championship match.
It did say that. Okay, all right.
Anyway,
If if you want to save Coach from looking like an idiot,
I don't, but it's just.
hey, Coach, like actual Jonathan Coachman, no love lost, dude. We do not hate you, sir. But I mean, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Anyway,
I did like
yeah,
him interfering, and then what's his name? Seth just fucking buckle bombs him into Mahal, and then
yeah,
Seth eventually just says fuck it and DQs himself.
yeah. He did something that most faces don't do. Most faces would get the chair, think twice, and then drop it. He got the chair, thought twice, and then said, "You know what? Fuck you," and like actually like hit his ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like, should I do this? I'm a face now. Nah, fuck this
fuck this.
nigga.
But what I was saying was the Elias thing was when he came back and he fucking like El Kabonged him off the announce table.
Lol, I
Yeah.
actually put on my notes, lol, El Kabong never gets old.
Man, El Kabong, that's my dude. See, people, we go 20 years back. See, after a while, great minds think alike.
El
That's funny as shit.
Kabong.
I mean, he's totally like, and Elias ain't hit nobody with a guitar in a minute, so there we go. um,
Well, he does.
but
He doesn't do it every week because he doesn't. He saves it for certain moments. Like he's hit people with
yeah,
stuff, but you obviously don't want to like constantly watch. You want to make it more.
well, you don't
Story.
want to do the same thing over and over
Yeah, you want to have the threat of him hitting you with a guitar, even if he doesn't.
if you do the same thing over and over and over, shit'll get old, you know.
But it wasn't the
Yeah.
double XL Kabong. That's still the best thing.
Double XL Kabong, explain that to me, sir.
A one Mr. Strowman
Mm-hmm.
standing base.
I gotta
And
go back.
and
I
hit
gotta watch
Elias
this.
with it.
Yeah. For everybody listening, for those of y'all that don't know, I am getting back into watching wrestling. I haven't been watching it for the last few years. WrestleMania 34 reminded me how much I, love this stuff, and that hence got back into doing this podcast. Pete's been watching it, pretty much never got out of it for the most part. So I missed this Symphony of Destruction shit that apparently was hilarious. So I had to
It
go
was
back and watch
something.
it.
The dude dropped the piano on the guy. I mean,
That's what everybody keeps talking about. Anything I see about it, that's the one thing everybody mentions. Anything about it, people mention that shit. I have to.
he dropped the piano on him. What do you?
Everybody talks about that. But yeah. And I mean, Seth Rollins getting the fucking neck brace put on him, and then pulling a fucking Mankind thrown off the cell, getting off the stretcher shit at the end. Yeah,
It's
that's
typical
typical.
hero
Tip,
stuff.
typical
It's not just
kayfabe, right?
It's not just Mankind. It's just that you, the hero that doesn't want people to see him carried off in a stretcher.
No, it's not just Mankind. That's just a metaphor.
But real men, or monsters as it were, get out of a fucking crushed ambulance and don't even say fuck the neck brace. They just fucking walk away. Don't help me. I'm mad. I'll see you in 2 weeks because I'm fucking Sabretooth and I have a healing factor.
Bro, I need to go. I need to like I said, since I missed this stuff, I need to watch the rise of Braun Strowman. Because when I stopped watching wrestling a few years ago, I don't even remember exactly when it was. When I stopped watching, Braun Strowman didn't mean shit. Braun Strowman was nothing, and now this dude is like the top dog on fucking Raw.
Hashtag real big dog.
But like seriously,
No, I'm saying
and
hashtag real big dog. I
and it's
don't
like,
consider Roman the big dog. I'm
and
sorry, Roman.
it's crazy.
I'm sorry, Roman. You needed to reform the strongest faction in recent history. I said recent history. Calm down. You needed to reform the strongest faction in recent history just to give this guy his comeuppance. I think he's the actual big dog.
Um,
Because you
and
crushed his ass in a goddamn ambulance into a truck, and his ass still showed up 2 weeks later, not finished with you.
by the way, too, speaking of Roman Reigns, one thing that the good people at What Culture pointed out, What Culture Wrestling on YouTube, good people at them, they pointed out something that I hadn't necessarily thought about. So I knew Roman Reigns wasn't on Raw because he clearly, but they pointed out that Roman Reigns not being on Raw is very hypocritical of everything Roman Reigns was saying as far as calling out Brock, and then when he was having his feud with Cena, where I'm here every week busting my ass, blah blah blah.
I'm here every week.
So yeah, um. But again, without making this a Roman Reigns bash podcast.
Also,
Go
I
ahead.
forgot to say about while what's his name got up. I heard it. It wasn't the whole crowd, but there were people nearby that started singing "Happy Birthday" to you.
Which is hilarious because it was his birthday, actually. Yeah.
So fucked up.
Oh, this because he was getting up in a neck brace
He
after
was getting
knocked
put on a stretcher, and people are singing "Happy Birthday" to you. Even little kids. Happy birthday to you.
I mean, the intention was there though. Like
Was it?
tension was there.
You just saying that earlier. How
You
about
think-
when he won? How about when he was like winning and it's just like, yeah, happy birthday? Oh no, it's when his ass was on the stretcher.
You think people were trying to mock him or some shit? Like the intention was there, just bad timing. Again, bad timing. Bad timing. That's all. I doubt people were purposely singing "Happy Birthday" to be like, "Ha, happy birthday, you got fucked up." Like,
I'm waiting for that chant one day. You got fucked up.
I mean, if that happens, it'll happen in NXT, and it's not gonna happen on Raw or SmackDown. Shit, fuck you, Ciampa. So,
I mean, it could happen on Raw or SmackDown. Just go to Chicago or Philly. They don't give a fuck.
or shit, I was gonna say New York, but they'll just leave apparently. They don't like it. Nia Jax. So Nia Jax went from, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this, and it is true. So Nia Jax went from, before we even talk about the execution of this promo, she went from, this is for everybody who's been bullied and be a star or whatever, to now she's the bully.
Oh yeah, literally like overnight.
What?
She was a bully before that.
Right, but what wasn't the difference, and like I said, I ain't been watching, so correct me if I'm wrong, which I know you will.
Often.
But she was a bully before that, but wasn't most of that because she was with the goddess of bullying, fucking Alexa Bliss, so it made a little bit of sense?
No. It didn't need Alexa to be, oh, she's a bully because she's with Alexa. She's a bully because she's fucking Nia Jax. Who
Right.
the fuck's gonna stop her?
Right.
It's just easy to, like, turn her into a face because
you can do the body shaming and all that.
Exactly. And apparently there were, like, rumors a while back that some of the chicks backstage would body shame her.
Which,
So they tried to, like,
unfortunately, I
capitalize
could
on that.
believe that. Yeah.
It's like, so there's that. But no, when she came out and she got interrupted, all I could think was, oh god, not Ronda Rousey commentary.
Well, see, okay, so this is funny.
No, that's
right.
what I thought when she came out, is what I said. They
Oh.
did the right thing, though, and kept her talking to, like, a minimum.
Well, no, I was gonna say Ronda Rousey on commentary was nowhere near as bad as her, like, cutting fucking promos and shit.
Again, they kept her talking to a minimum.
But everything she said didn't sound forced and contrived, though.
Exactly. It's easier to do it. To be fair, it's easier
Maybe
to do, like, the commentary thing because it's a lot looser and just, what do you think of this?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you got a professional like fucking Michael Cole who can lob you like easy stuff, right? He can lob you like easy questions that you can knock out the park, right? Pretty much Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Coach or Booker T for that matter, like they could pretty much make anybody look good on commentary. So if you're in character, they could damn near.
I felt so bad for this jobber.
Oh shit, yeah.
Your opponent's
Okay.
cutting a promo while kicking your ass.
While whooping your ass, right? So this is what I was thinking the whole time too, right? So with people like Big Cass and the whole big cast like Daniel Bryan thing with people like Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn, which we will get to, but they're giving people, again, I'm not saying big cast is as good as Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn, especially Sami Zayn, but they're giving people who are decent to good on the mic shit, and people who suck on the mic stuff that could actually be good if done with the right people. Because this whole whooping somebody's ass while cutting a promo about what I'm gonna do to you, that's good shit. It's just Nia Jax was the one doing it.
The one thing I liked about it was her literally lifting the bitch up while she had her in her armbar. And she's just like, see? Armbar. That's what an armbar is. And she just power bombs the fuck out of her. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much the realistic, I guess, or semi-realistic version of how that would happen.
Yeah.
If the chick can't actually lock it in. Obviously, if you lock in an armbar on anybody, doesn't matter how big you are, it's a fucking armbar.
If you know what you're doing, yeah, you'll fuck them up, right? But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though. It's like they're giving great stuff to two people who can't really cut like promos for real, and they're getting good shit.
Who's the other one?
Ronda and Nia.
Oh, okay.
Like this whole thing with them is actually everything around it and all the stuff they're getting, and like what Nia did Monday and all this shit is good. Even when I said last week, I'm gonna take your title and your arm, and you said I'm gonna blame the delivery, not so much the line. Yeah. That's true. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They're getting good shit.
No, I got you. I didn't know.
It's just like, but I'm just saying.
Kind of have to give them that because you signed on Ronda for, I'm assuming, a fuck ton of money.
Most likely.
Better get people to pay for their matches.
But it's just like, meanwhile we got, like I said, other people, having to like do the dumbest stuff in the fucking world, who are much more suited for better like heel, like not better heel, better feud reasons. You know what I'm saying? Or like the backbones of their storylines could be so much better in the hands of people who are so much more well versed on the fucking mic. But
yeah, I did like that even Nia commented on Ronda's meanie face.
Oh, and she said, "You cute."
She was like, "Oh, this is the meanie face I've heard." Oh, she didn't use the term meanie face, but she's like, "Oh, that's the look I've heard so much about." Oh,
yeah,
well, that ain't that cute, and walked the fuck away. I'm like, yeah,
see,
it's not intimidating. I know Ronda herself is intimidating. She would beat the shit out of me any day of the week. I am not saying I ain't scared
without
of Ronda
trying
Rousey.
to, right? Yeah.
I'm saying I'm not scared of Ronda Rousey. I'm scared of like half the women in the world. But, I'm not a strong man. I will straight up admit that.
Damn.
I will straight up admit that, and I've never thought that biologics give you a fucking advantage in a fight. So, anyway. Either way, if I'm just talking about character-wise, I don't take Ronda's meanie face seriously. I know her reputation makes her fucking scary, but her meanie face, like, oh, I'm serious now. It's like, oh, are you? Oh, isn't that cute?
See, this is the thing. When she was becoming the most popular fighter in, like, the country, probably the world, and was, like, literally the baddest woman on the planet when she was fighting in UFC, my first thought when I first saw Ronda Rousey walk to the ring to get into the octagon, my first thought was, look at her face, because she was in the zone and it was real. My first thought was, she looks like she's ready to eat you.
Yeah.
But now she's trying too hard. Yeah. She's trying too hard to be like acting tough, and it's like that's the hang up. Ronda doesn't need to act tough because you just said it. She is.
This is my fight face. It's not the right face.
But yeah.
It's not the right face.
I heard you. Okay. They probably didn't. So good point. What was I gonna say? But yeah. Speaking of me saying that Elias, I thought was gonna look like a bitch, but then he didn't at the end. They made Ronda Rousey look like a bitch because Ronda Rousey pretty much got off commentary.
Well, they also she did the meanie face. Dia's not scared. But they also apparently have 3 more weeks to build up this fucking story.
True, but I'm saying this particular segment Nia looked on top and Ronda looked like a little
Yeah,
like pansy, like bruh.
yeah.
So uh
Slap the bitch.
yeah, do something. Shit, Finn Balor fucking slapped Braun
And
Strowman
that's
to
and he
start off the
got his
show.
ass kicked a week ago.
Exactly.
He had already
See,
gotten his ass kicked by this
like
dude.
come on. And I just said I said I like the fact that Finn Balor didn't care and slapped him. Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey, she walked all the way to the ring off of commentary after she'd been beating this woman up, saying this is a stand-in for you, and then just said, "Ha you cute," laughed at you trying to be tough, said you cute, turned her back on you to show she wasn't scared, and then walked away. If that doesn't show how not intimidating you are and make you look so weak. So I mean, we'll see. And this isn't me saying they're making Ronda Rousey look weak. I'm just saying that in this particular instance, Nia Jax looked on top as fuck. So the leaders of worlds beat the Ascension. Moving on.
Just as they got ready for the match, I'm like, well, somebody's getting beat. And they did. Alright. Oh, there was one thing, fucking Michael Cole talking about the kid tweeting of King Baxter. Like, how old even is this kid? And Coach just goes, old enough to beat you. I'm like, damn, Coach. I'm like, that was a nice quick jab you got in there.
He got to throw one back because we just talk
No,
about how
that's
they
what I'm saying.
shit on
That's
right.
what I like. I'm like, damn, Coach, I hear you. Anyway.
Yeah, you got to throw one back. All right. Kevin Owens versus Bobby Roode.
Oh, before
I
that,
don't.
we had a B team segment where they're like, "We undefeated. We need to
Yeah.
fight. We need to fight the Wyatts." And they're like, and Kurt Angle's like, "Beating the same team twice doesn't get you to skip to the front of the line." Oh, I know what you want us to do. You thinking what I'm thinking? No, because Kurt Angle is never thinking what Bo Dallas is thinking.
Which is part of the B team
That's
charm,
what I'm
right?
saying. I didn't mean that as a negative. Just saying, because
Mm,
just saying. People that don't know, he just never is thinking what Bo is thinking.
mm.
And he's like, we need to win everybody over with the B-Team Memorial Day barbecue. Kurt
That
said,
was
that's
fun.
not what I said at all. All right, let's do it. And then they go off to set up this barbecue. Now,
What was funny? What I was saying, what was funny in that too, though, was the fact that Curtis Axel was saying like, "Kurt Angle's over here not letting me do anything," or "Kurt's stupid," and he was like, "Ray was like, I can hear you. I'm right here."
I can hear
That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. The
Kurt
B
Angle-
team, the B team is one of the best things on Raw right now, man. It really is.
They're, what you say?
They're the best team.
on
Huh?
Raw. Anywho.
I thought you didn't make bad puns.
That's not.
What are you
That's
talking
just
about?
accurate. Anyway, we
Thought you-
move on to the next.
Kevin Owens versus Bobby Roode. I did not. I don't really remember too much from the match. Reading the notes, Braun Strowman showed
One
up.
thing I liked coming into the match, Kevin just kept looking over his shoulder repeatedly on the way down. And I'm like, you see, Kevin, like the character, Kevin knows what's up. He's just pissed off Mr. Not Finished with you. He
Yeah.
knows damn well Braun won't be satisfied with merely throwing a ladder at him, especially one that missed. As I mentioned earlier, dropping a fucking piano on a ladder wasn't enough, for crying out loud. That
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
enough. He still isn't finished with the Lions. If he sees the motherfucker, he mows him down. And he already dropped
Yeah.
the piano on him. So,
Yeah.
Kevin, you know you done fucked up. And he knew he fucked up as he walked out to the ring. But yes, after the match was a match, it was what it was. Kevin ends up winning, I think, with like a roll-up. And then Braun
Yeah.
shows up and proceeds.
And just started shoulder tackling him and shit. Yeah, beat him
And then
up.
proceeds to beat his ass. And while he's doing that, I'm like, Bobby, get out of the ring. Why are you still there? Because Bobby's like trying to cheer. I'm like, you fucking... And then sure enough, you fucking idiot. What did you think would happen? Braun gets done with Kevin and just turns around. Hey, something else to beat up. Power slam.
Why did everybody like Stone Cold? Because Stone Cold would stun the heel, and then the face would be like, "Yeah, I'm good," and then he would stun the face and anybody else for that matter.
Exactly. It's
So,
like
yeah.
Mr. Not Finished. He's never finished. Don't be near him. You're his opponent in 3 weeks. He's going to hit you too. Hell, Finn last week only lucked
True.
out because he's like, technically we're cool for now. They're probably not cool
Right.
anymore. Vince slapped
It's like I said, everybody likes Stone Cold because Stone Cold would whoop everybody's ass. Where everybody liked Braun Strowman for basically the same reasons, if you really think about it.
fucking Strowman.
it's it's fun. It's fun to watch that person that does not give a fuck. That is fun to watch. So yeah. This is what I was talking about with Sami Zayn, right? Okay, so I thought about
the skit started. I'm like, oh god damn it, not another
yeah, yeah,
Sami.
yeah,
This made
yeah,
me even more mad that Money in the Bank was 3 weeks away.
yeah. So this is my thing, right? So I realized it, Pete. I realized it. The reason why they came and they did this whole I got vertigo. Here's Bobby Lashley's sisters. Now I'm doing an apology thing or whatever. They needed to rush and give us a storyline so they could have a reason for another match instead of just throwing some shit on the card. For some, that's how I see it.
No, I told you that last week. I'm like, they didn't.
Oh, did you? My bad.
They didn't need the sister thing. They had a good enough foundation. I knew this was all the Vertigo thing itself was all you really needed to have this be some bullshit match. The fucking heel gets Vertigo, and then or claims he got Vertigo, and he's like, yeah, I'm mad because of some menial reason. So I'm just gonna bother you until you get pissed off.
That Bobby Lashley sister
And he
bullshit.
could have just like interviewed in a couple matches, and then there you go. But I get where they were trying to go. They were trying to go with the "you insult my family" angle, and that pisses me off.
Right.
But it was so horribly executed.
And then he's like they were men in drag. No shit, man. And that's not me shitting on anybody's like lifestyle beliefs, whatever. But it was a bad skit, and it was obvious that these were men in drag.
Well, it was it was meant to be obvious.
I know it was meant to be obvious, but it was just this. This is one of the few times. And I know. Just
one of them didn't even shave his damn mustache for crying out loud. It was
and
meant to be obvious.
that was the one who didn't try to hide his like voice. That was the one who was just talking in his man deep voice.
That was like.
That was the same one, right?
Like that guy pretty much made it go from a 0 to a 1 in terms of a rating for his guy.
Because the fact that he didn't play into the stupidity of it.
Like that was his whole character thing is he's just literally not gonna hide it at all.
Yeah, he didn't shave his facial hair or try to speak in a higher pitch, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he came out, he did the whole apology thing or whatever. And then what was funny is as I'm watching this unfold, I was like, Lashley did what Pete said he should have done in the first place. He came out, he said a few words, and then he intimidated the shit out of Sami Zayn by crushing his hand. That's what he should have done. Like when I was watching this, I was like, this is exactly what Pete said should have happened.
Yeah, well, he intimidated him by
He
crushing his hand.
he gave. Well, I'm saying he gave him a handshake and then squeezed the shit out of his hand. He did some tough man shit.
He did some
and like showed that I'm stronger than you.
He's like, first he's like, come on, let's just get this. I know what let's put this in its logical conclusion. We need a match at Money in the Bank. Then Sammy actually agreed right off the bat, despite the fact that Money in the Bank is 3 weeks away. I thought he was just gonna walk away and be like, no. But luckily he did agree. And then Bobby Lashley was like, yeah, shake your hand. Yeah, I'm not letting go, motherfucker. Wait, what?
And then he squeezed the fuck out of it, right? And like I said, when I was watching it, I was like, this is what Pete said he should have done. And it is. It's what he should have done.
Yeah.
Come out, be intimidating, do what you gotta do, bam, done.
Like,
I mean,
ain't laughing.
They were setting up this whole Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn thing all the way back with fucking Renee Young. In that random, why is this interview happening interview?
Yeah.
So, like, they were setting it up all the way back then.
That interview happened so Sami Zayn could make fun of it.
And it was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, huh? Speaking of Stone Cold, what? So, yeah. But anyway.
But better than last week's segment, so...
I mean, few things are going to be worse than that. The few, like I said, WWE, you still got time. Anyway, Drew McIntyre, Claymore, Chad Gable's face off and won. Moving on.
The only note I have for that is that his M logo looks like Magneto's. Anyway, moving on.
Who's M logo?
The fucking M they put on the fucking like
Titantron
LCD
thingy?
screens looks like a fucking Magneto M.
I did not notice that. Okay.
I did.
That's funny. Uh,
I've read a few X-Men comics, so I noticed these things.
then we get to the best segment, the best thing about fucking Raw. One of the best things about Raw, like I said, is the B team, and then they had this shit, and it was fucking hilarious, bro. The B team barbecue to try to butter up the rest of the tag teams. One thing that I bet that people were saying online, the one thing that a lot of people were saying that is true is seeing all these tag teams in the ring. You really see just how shitty Raw's tag team division is. And yeah, because it's all low mid card motherfuckers.
Low tier.
If not jobber, like low mid card motherfuckers.
Who's the highest tier team on there?
Oh, team wise,
Yeah,
the leaders of worlds. The leaders of worlds.
No,
They weren't at the barbecue.
that were at the barbecue.
Well, let's see. We had Titus. We had Titus Worldwide. We had the Ascension. We had the Revival,
Jobbers.
and we had Slater and Rhino,
Jobbers.
and Fashion Police.
Jobbers.
Yeah, well, Fashion Police are like a little bit up. Ever since they moved to Raw, no, that's not true.
Fashion Police were jobbers on SmackDown. They were just funny and had their own skits.
True.
No. Technically, the people in that ring were fucking. I guess the highest tier people in that ring, based on accomplishments, were fucking Heath Slater and Rhino.
I'm about to say Slater and Rhino are like the highest, yeah.
And fucking, well, Ascension is higher than others as well because of their NXT run, where they had the titles for damn near a year, I think.
NXT doesn't count when you hit main TV, man.
Apparently it does. They seem to try and add that to Asuka's thing.
I mean, it counts enough, but I'm talking about in the grand scheme of how stories
I'm talking
unfold.
about success-wise.
Okay, I got you now.
Success-wise in general.
I got you now.
They were a team in NXT. They're a team now, and they had more success than like other teams in that ring, except for maybe Heath Slater and Rhino, who have a main roster title.
True.
The Revival had a semi-intimidating run. Like I and also when you were listing the teams, I literally went jobber.
Yeah, no, and I'm not
acknowledging
refuting.
that the jobbers. It's like
not refuting none of that.
and the jobbers, the one that had a title reigns king.
And I mean, with Slater and Rhino, like they're jobbers. They just like I guess
jobbers with credentials.
Exactly.
Because
And
they have King Jobber Heath Slater, and then he has Rhino, He has credible teammate Rhino.
exactly. But I mean, Rhino's not that he won't probably do anything in the future, because who's to say? But Rhino's like big shit is in his past, so.
But
So I mean, yeah.
To be fair to To be fair to Bo Dallas and
Axis? What the hell?
I
Anyway,
was gonna say Curtis Axel, but apparently combined Curtis and Axel together into Axis.
that's funny.
But to be fair to B Team, they don't need to try too hard to be big fish in a small pond.
I mean, let's see. We
They
got
could
B
end up being
Team.
the best team on Raw. 'Cause
The Leaders
only
of
other
Worlds,
options you have
yeah.
is the Leader of Worlds, and that's just a battle of the stupidity. So it's whatever.
Which, dude, when that match finally happens, it will be so good on two different levels. You will have these two whacked out, crazy, supernatural, what the hell going on dudes with these two, like, just comedy aloof, like, motherfuckers who, what's going on in their own right. That's gonna be a good match when it finally happens, because it's just
stupidity. But yes,
exactly yes.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Raw has one credible tag team, and for the third week,
Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins.
No, and for the third week in a row, they weren't on TV.
Oh shit! Oh, where the fuck are they, man? Where the fuck are they, man? Honestly, now
They
see,
should be the best team on Raw.
now see, this would be
Especially
funny.
with Job Squad down there, just shit on everybody.
This would be funny, and I wasn't the one that came up with this, but this would be funny. What if the B team, right? They do this whole thing and they get above everybody, and then Authors of Pain return after they think they've made it to the top spot, and the Authors of Pain return, and they gotta fucking go like through them. That would actually be pretty cool if they return and like they had to fight the B team.
They're like, we want this B Team versus the Leaders of World. So we're just gonna make people forget about Authors of Pain for a little bit.
And all of a sudden, Authors of Pain return. Because they're like we reached the top of the mountain, and then Authors of Pain are like, the hell you did.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Because then we'd have to deal with these two motherfuckers having to like get through fucking the gold and fucking diamond, like incarnate in fucking human form. These big ass motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah, but the B Team barbecue, that shit, it was funny, man. And then it ended in a fucking food fight, and they dumped fucking beans on Bo Dallas and fucking potato salad on fucking Curtis Axel. That shit was hilarious. Titus O'Neil had me cracking up when he was like, y'all can't jump the line. Y'all ain't got no ribs. He said, what he said? Y'all ain't got no something. The food ain't seasoned. I was like, if this motherfucker ain't a southern black man, if I've ever seen it, that shit had me cracking up.
Heath Slater goes like, what are you talking about? Richmond, this is a face.
That shit was funny. It was funny. The skit was hilarious. And then Rhino just sitting there
eating his goddamn bologna sandwiches the whole time.
Dude, what they say? I want somebody to look at me the way Rhino looked at them sandwiches.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit! And he started flinging sandwiches at people and shit. That shit, bruh. That shit was dope. No, the B Team, yeah. Best things on Raw right now are B Team, Braun Strowman, Elias, and matches with Seth Rollins. I'm not even gonna say promos. Matches with Seth.
I'll give you that.
And Kevin Owens when they don't give him dumb stuff. Kevin Owens when they give him good shit.
I mean, he makes the dumb shit work for me.
He does make dumb shit work. He does make dumb shit work. Unfortunately, his best friend is having shit so stupid nobody can make it work. But yeah. Then we get the women's gauntlet match, which was very underwhelming.
Like, oh, hey, here's Bayley coming out first. I'm like, oh, are they gonna give her the Seth Rollins treatment from the previous gauntlet match? Have her be like the Hardy performance while we wait for the real winner to show up second to last or last and then win? Oh, hey,
kudos to Seth Rollins too, because I went back and watched that. And
yeah,
goddamn,
like,
50 minutes.
Hey, here
fuck.
comes Popsicle Tongue. Ha ha! She lost immediately. Fuck a Popsicle Tongue. Get out of here. And then, fuck the other one too, for that matter, because the other one came down. And then Ruby Riott comes down, and it's like, well,
And fucking
Bayley
what?
gets shit on. It's like, well, again, not doing Bayley's any favors. Just have her get beat immediately. All right.
Again, I was gonna say, oh my bad. You keep going. Go ahead.
And then what was it? They had a weird commercial break spot while Ruby walked down to the ring. Like,
Did they? I don't even remember.
Anyway, she beats Bayley easily. Like Bayley didn't even put up a fight. Then Mickey comes out and it's like, oh, Mickey, Richmond, Virginia's own Mickey James. I'm like, oh, Mickey's from Richmond? Guess she's not winning. Sure enough, Ruby. And then it's like, oh, here comes the winner. Sasha Banks comes out, and they're cutting to everybody in the back, and Natalia's wearing some kind of random shit. I'm like, what the fuck is Natalia wearing? Or rather, why? Okay, I get it, it's her entrance gear, but she's not coming out. She's just saying it in the back.
Alexa Bliss had to make an appearance, and then she just was there watching TV,
yeah,
right?
All three of them, Ember Moon, Alexa,
Ember Moon, right?
They were just watching. But
they had to make an appearance.
Just like weird ass shit. Like this is like pay per view entrance garb. It's like what the
I might have to go ahead and rewatch to see what the fuck you talk about to see how weird it was.
It just looked weird to me. And then it's like, oh, Sasha wins. What? How could this happen? I think I said last week Sasha wins. I thought she betrayed Bayley, but yeah, she won the fucking thing, and now she's in the Money in the Bank match. Ooh.
What was I gonna say?
Dana Brooke was in there. I almost forgot to mention her.
So did WWE. I'll leave it at that. But what was I gonna say? So real quick. So when they doing the fucking iPhone promo things that they love doing now, and the Riot Squad were doing theirs, ripping up the clothes or whatever, which was weird as fuck. Yeah. The joke that I made when I'm looking at the shit was when they stood there and they were all, and it wasn't a bad promo for that matter. Just the iPhone promo things are dumb to me, but. When they were standing in order, it was Ruby, Liv, and Sarah, and I made the joke where I was like, they're standing in order of importance.
Pretty much. It was Ruby, Popsicle Tongue, and then the other one. That's literally what it was.
was like that standing in order of importance. Fucking Liv Morgan came out. Yeah, like you said, she came out, and when she got defeated, I was like, because she got defeated quick.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's what I
Bailey.
was like. I was like, lol, fucking popsicle tongue. Get her out of here.
First thing I said when that happened was WWE was like, "This is what we think of you, Liv," because
Pretty
it's like,
much.
bruh. And the good people at What Culture pointed out that I didn't notice. I went back and watched, and it is kind of true. They said that Bailey looks like she's not too happy with where she is right now, and you could kind of see that she's not all jovial, happy, smiling and shit when she comes to the ring, and she's just going through the motions until she basically on some fucking what did the jabroni creative wrestler say on the old attitude game, pin me and pay me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pin me and pay me.
Like Bailey seems like she's just on some I got a job to do, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get out of here. Bailey really does look like she's not all smiles and yay I made it to the top no more. So
Well, yeah. Well, they went.
yeah.
Hey, here's this chick that was an ironic juggernaut. Not saying that she was like, oh, you look at her and you're scared. That it was the literal opposite. It's like you look at her, you're disarmed because yay smiles as fuck, and then you have the guy that's been watching and turns to you like, you should be scared. Why? Look at her. No, I am looking at her. Why would I be scared of that? And then she just wins. And it's like, holy shit, okay, she's got some serious, in character credit to her.
Right.
No, I think she beat Nia. I think she definitely beat Sasha in a fucking hour-long Iron Woman match.
Alexa Bliss beat the fuck out of her promo and match wise. So yeah.
But it was like, then they like, but they bring her up to main roster and they go, we're looking at her. Let's go sympathetic face route.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna want to cheer for her because she's clearly an underdog. I mean, look at her. And it's like, okay, be an ass. And then sure enough, nobody likes the fucking underdog that always loses. You can't always lose.
You can't always lose.
And have people root for you as an underdog. You're an underdog because people think you're not going to win, and you win anyway.
Right.
It makes you an underdog.
It is predetermined, but yes, you have to win sometimes. And by the way, too, speaking of Bailey, that fucking Iron Woman, Iron Person, whatever match you want to say, that match really is that damn good. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but that is a fucking incredible, amazing fucking match. Like it really is like good, which is why you see stuff like this and it's like shit. And then too, what they did with Ruby Riott in this fucking match, I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, oh shit, are they gonna let Ruby get it? Because the other people in the Riot Squad did her dirty work, and now she's clearing house. Nope, Sasha takes it. Which I'm not upset with Sasha, but
you thought someone other than Sasha could win that match. It's boss time. Clearly, you didn't know what time it was.
it's getting the last spot in the gauntlet is like getting a 30 in the Royal Rumble. You just come in and clean up the scraps. Although shockingly enough, 30 is the least likely number to win the Rumble. But still, moving into SmackDown. SmackDown, May 29th, Tuesday. Samoa Joe comes in and just basically does a Braun Strowman where he just comes down and says fuck you, but he says even more of a fuck you and grabs a goddamn ladder, takes the fucking briefcase and says,
I fucking loved it.
nobody takes this from me.
Samoa Joe's not about the bullshit. He is a straight to the point dude. He's like, that's what I love about the Samoa Joe character. I didn't watch TNA. Oh no, a little surprise. Someone didn't watch TNA. Anyway, I didn't watch TNA, but I heard a lot of good things about. I heard a lot of good things about Samoa Joe. I also heard about like how he applies to certain math equations. I don't know if you heard about Steiner math, but that's always a funny.
I have. Which real quick, I want to say, and this is off topic of the show, but real quick, people say that equation doesn't make sense, and I'm about to say my brother's like listening right now, and we've gone back and forth about it. Now, what he's talking about is asinine as fuck, but the math does add up.
No, the math adds up perfectly. He's not wrong.
But anyway, go ahead.
It just sounds like it doesn't make sense because he's just going on and on and
fucking
on.
Scott Steiner, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
back to Samoa Joe with the
Samoa
faces.
Joe. What I like about this character is it's another one of those not about the bullshit characters, and you don't
Mm,
need to have everybody be not about the bullshit. Obviously, if everyone's the same, the special ones don't stand out. But
true.
he is like even less about the bullshit than Braun is, because
Right.
and like even his entrance is literally just him walking to the fucking ring, and that's all it is. He's just some dude, some big dude in fucking black and red trunks that just walks down, beats the shit out of you, and leaves. If he has to say something, sure, but he's just gonna beat the shit out of you at the end. And
Braun Strowman's interest is the same thing, isn't it?
he at least stops to roar and has some theatrics.
Oh, like hold his arms up.
Yeah, he stops,
Okay.
stretches.
I bet Joe in real life is a cool ass dude
Oh,
too,
he
because
is. He plays video
he.
games and everything.
Well, I'm saying because he walks to the ring with like a little like stride in his step and shit, like a cool man, little limp and shit.
No, no,
Anyway,
he's
but
cool as fuck. But anywho, I like Samoa Joe, and I like this whole thing where he just walked out, grabbed the ladder, reached up, and grabbed the fucking briefcase. Like that's how easy it's gonna be.
the promo did scare me for a minute though because it almost started off on some Alexa Bliss last week with the Roman Visigoth shit where she was like, well, he started saying something about some biblical stuff about like I forgot exactly what he said, but the way it started, I was like, bruh, let's not have some
I
fucking
just thought he
14
was gonna. I
shit.
had no problem with reciting the Bible. I just thought he was just gonna go the. Unfortunately for y'all, I don't fucking believe in religion. It's like, well,
That would have been a bit much for WWE to go that route if they did. That would have been a bit much, especially if that's the show that's gonna be on fucking network TV, like even more so on fucking like Fox. That's a
you
bit
can
much.
have an atheist character on fucking TV.
True. This is true. This is
Fucking
true.
Brian the dog on Family Guy is a fucking avid atheist.
Now that was a bad example. I agree
How's
with
that-
you, but that was
How's
and the
that
reason
a
why I
bad
said
example?
no,
It's the
listen,
same
listen,
fucking channel. It's
listen,
Fox.
no. The reason why I say that's a bad example is because Family Guy has been so offensive and crossed so many boundaries.
But the bottom line is having someone be an atheist is one thing.
I agree.
And it's not even like he's saying all Christian people are guys. He's just like, I don't care about the Jacob story. In this story, I fucking win. Or just something simple like that. And
True.
I'm not saying
That's
I'm
true.
atheist. I'm not saying people should or shouldn't be atheist. You're a fucking adult. Do what you want. Anyway, moving on.
Exactly. But yeah, so within all of this, like hullabaloo and everything, Joe, he talks about the wife and everything and all that stuff. Daniel Bryan came down. Big Cass comes down on his quote unquote injury. Yeah, okay, blah. And he fucking gets involved. The match becomes a triple threat. Woobity scoobity doo.
Like, oh,
Um,
the injury was fake the whole time? I'm pretty sure that's also documented that I said last week. I'm pretty sure this injury is fake. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, who's surprised? Maybe some people are, but I think majority is not that surprised.
Pretty much.
So yeah. Next, I don't know what Absolution did to Paige, but these motherfuckers, I don't know what is going on. But she just does not like this team when she set up the whole. She says, Mandy Rose is saying it says the whole thing about you're giving Oscar opportunities instead of your like friend or former team or whatever. You don't like us, so she says you're gonna have to fight Oscar, which is
yeah.
is what it is. But I mean, I don't know what is going on within Absolution. What happened? Like, is Paige just bitter that she can't wrestle no more and they can? I don't know what you still got some like tough enough fucking memories lingering. She fucking like on screen does not like these two, man.
Nope.
Shinsuke Nakamura walking down the hall dropping them fucking like numbers. That was so weird and random. But then again, I was about to say, everything Nutshot Nakamura does is weird and random. So yeah. I told you how I feel, man, and I mean,
I hope
3
it
weeks.
doesn't end in a double count out because you mentioned that. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
I said, well, I mean, I wasn't even gonna go there, but yeah, like I said, if you think about it, there are a few matches that couldn't end in a double knockdown, double count out. Like, if you really think, because the whole world got reminded that no disqualification doesn't necessarily mean that it can't end in a fucking draw. So yeah, but yeah, what was I saying? Shinsuke Nakamura. I was saying that I'm afraid that they won't give him the title because of the language barrier.
Oh, they totally won't give him the title.
Because the man, a title would be perfect. It would make him more credible and everything. It'd be nice for him to have it and all that
Either
shit.
AJ wins free or Shinji, or it's another fucking tie.
Or it's another what?
Tie.
Yeah, which I hope they don't do the tie thing, because that this
I'm
is
done if they do another tie.
because
Done.
you said a while ago that you were like, maybe we were just, it might have been last
Maybe
podcast
it was a couple
Maybe
podcasts ago. I said maybe we were just impatient.
about the story.
Trying to actually build a story between these two.
And part of the story is all of the like non finishes. But if they do it again, it's like, come on, y'all.
Each match has gotten better and better in quality.
But and they've had different reasons as to why there wasn't a finish. Like, there was the non-finish because AJ just beat him up until they stopped. Until they got counted out. There was a non-finish where they both kicked each other in the dick. So yeah. The dance off. What did you think of the dance off, my friend?
It was something. I'm never optimistic about dance offs.
Who really is, to be honest.
It was a thing. It happened. It wasn't as bad as some.
It wasn't as bad as some. The reason why is because you had two legitimate dancers in there, so they weren't trying to make like jokes and be like, ha ha ha, look how I can't dance, but it's funny.
True.
No, you had two.
One was a backup dancer / cheerleader and all that other shit, and the other one, I think, studied ballet at least at one point, and did some other shit. So yeah.
Right, like one's entrance, she comes out and like dances her fucking ass off, and then the other one comes out and does fucking like ballet lines and shit before she enters the ring and all that shit. Yeah, so yeah, they were showing off their prowess. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do with Rusev Day as far as this face heel shit. Because I was saying that they're faces now, but then fucking Lana hits her, and I was like, well, maybe Rusev is heel and Lana's face, but I don't know. And then Lana fucking, they do the kid and play, and then Lana fucking punches her in the face. Like, I don't know.
No, they're fucking heels.
That's what I'm saying. I would think they're heels.
They're heels that the crowd cheers, and they go with it.
But the fact that they were on the turnbuckle, playing to the crowd, inviting the crowd in, and the crowd was like, yeah, it looked very face to me last week, even more so than delusional heel shit. So even the way,
but again, I'm saying they're heels, not necessarily in all way. Just because you're a heel doesn't mean you always have to say fuck the crowd. It's just an easy way to show that you're a heel. Another easy way to show you're a heel: constantly fight faces.
True, right, exactly. And I mean, it's
do whatever the fuck you want otherwise. And then you have people where you eventually, like, and then you do random undertacted things to the faces. Like, hey, yeah, we can be buddies. Who really cares about the dance competition? We can dance together. Hey, let's do the kid and play. Yeah, teammates. Fuck, bitch.
Motherfucker, right.
Yeah. So that's what that's all about. So that's what heels.
And I think at this point, they need to give Aiden English a fucking raise, because it'd be hard to not get over with that dude doing the intro for you the way he does every time. So yeah. Speaking of getting over with the crowd, like Aiden English is the next Paul Heyman, where pretty much you attach him to somebody and they're gonna get over to an extent. I feel like if they do it with anybody else down the road.
Dial it back a little, but he's doing great.
You said what?
I said dial it back a little, but he's doing great.
I'm not saying he's on this. That it did sound like I was saying they're on the same level. No. Let me rephrase. What I mean is he is somewhat in that same lane as far as whoever you attach him to could get over. There are few people who are like Paul Heyman and can do what Paul Heyman does. Very true. No. Thank you for letting me realize how that sounded, because that's not how I meant it. You were like, hold on there, partner. All right. The vignette before the New Day and the Miz and the Bar fought. That shit was hilarious.
Now,
When they
one
Mr.
thing I love about the New Day, and this has been the same for them since they first, since they dropped the gospel gimmick and started going with random stupid shit. What I love is how contagious their stupidity is.
Explain.
Other superstars just get dumber and fucking like when they were first doing stuff and they started doing the hip swivel shit and dancing at first, and it's just like, what the fuck are they doing? They're starting to go a little bit off the deep end and be random, and then they like have fucking serious ass authority Triple H talking to him, and then they start fucking doing the dancing and shit, and then he starts fucking dancing too, and him and Stephanie, and it's like, what? They're just contagiously stupid. They just make everybody play into it. And here we got them with the fucking pancake shit, and they're just like, where's Mr. Booty's Booty's what?
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And he like,
they cut to fucking Miz and them, and they're fucking like,
and he's blindfolded, dodging pancakes.
Fucking pancakes out of the air. I'm
that
like,
shit.
Oh my god, they just infect people.
That shit was hilarious, bro. It was so good. Like that segment was almost better than like anything that has been going on in wrestling, and that shit was happened that quick. But yeah. New Day versus the Miz and the Bar. It was a decent match. It wasn't anything overly just excitable and special, but it wasn't a bad match by any means. It was good. It was good. New Day ended up winning. Gallows and Anderson were cutting the promo. Then the Bludgeon Brothers showed up again on fucking like their weird promos. We didn't talk about a few weeks ago where they had the promo where they had all the disfigured dolls and shit. And then they were like there. Then they cut a promo talking about some random weird shit and basically said we're gonna fucking poltergeist the whole fucking SmackDown tag team division.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Weird.
And I mean, I like it. And some people have said they think the Hammers are dumb. I like the Hammers, bro. I ain't got no problem with the Hammers.
What's wrong with Hammer Brothers? Oh wait, you can't use that. What's wrong with the Bludgeon Brothers? I like
Hammer Brothers. I like the Hammers though.
It's Hammers. I can't get mad at Hammers.
Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Somebody told Mandy Rose she need to hurry her ass up when she come to the ring. Somebody in the back said, all right, Mandy, we get it. Hurry your ass up. Because she was not doing that slow, sexy walk shit. She just she walked to the ring at a decent pace. They were like, there are only a few people can walk this slow. Undertaker, Randy Orton, Triple H when he feels like it. So, yeah, not you. Because there are two people in the business that got the longest fucking entrance. Undertaker and Randy Orton because he walks so fucking slow.
Still, I think Triple H's is longer than Randy's.
The thing is, though, Triple H always tries to get on the ropes at the same exact time in his music. With the you know.
Also is like a minute and a half into the song.
This is true. No, but I remember when Randy Orton first.
He still has another like 40 seconds after he does that. But he's got to get on the turnbuckle, like point to the crowd, and like point to himself. It's about me. It's about me. No, shut the fuck up. This is about me. Ah!
When Randy Orton first started coming out to the whole I Hear Voices theme or whatever, and like really first started coming into his own with this Viper, I'm crazy shit he doing. I swear that dude walks slow as fuck.
He does walk slow as fuck. I'm not
no,
saying
like I'm saying even more than he does now. Like it was like, damn, Randy, get to the ring, because when he used to do the DDT off the ropes thing, he would hold people until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you remember that shit, right? Sonya Deville made her one showing when she hit Asuka in the back. Okay, woo. And then Asuka won. And then, of course, just like with Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax, I feel like when Carmella got in the ring off of commentary, Carmella ended up looking so much more like powerful and important than Asuka did.
I don't know about powerful.
I feel like in this particular instance,
didn't really back off. Asuka was just ready. Asuka looked more ready to fight than fucking Ronda did.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm saying Carmella looked powerful over Asuka.
Yeah, you saying I don't think Asuka looked like a bitch coming off of that. Because Carmella didn't even do anything but get in the ring and hold the belt up. And Asuka's like, oh yeah, you want to go, you want to go. And then Carmella got out the ring. I don't think either of them really looked like they did anything. Nobody
Okay.
actually like swung or got more intimidated. One didn't spend the whole match talking shit to the other one while they beat the shit out of the other person. And
True.
didn't get in the same ring with them.
I wasn't necessarily comparing the two. I was just bringing them up just for
Like,
I guess example.
But at the same time, Asuka's just
That's not Asuka's
Asuka's
character.
always been more of a reactive person anyway. If you want to swing, she'll fucking swing right back at you and make you regret it. But otherwise, she's just gonna be there like and let you know.
It's not.
We gonna go, and then the other person's like, yeah, I don't really want to start anything right now.
But the fact that Carmella didn't back down, they're making Carmella look pretty fucking tough going into this damn match. Like, surprisingly enough. Like I said, I like Carmella, but I would not say by any means that Carmella is good in the ring. So when it comes to this match, Asuka's gonna carry it. But Carmella still might win, and we'll do predictions down the line. But yeah, I like both the competitors going into the match though, and I really like Carmella because I feel like character-wise, Carmella got it down. Then we see Becky Lynch and Charlotte backstage. Paige walks by. What was funny?
Yeah,
what was funny?
Paige walking back in the background, like, what the fuck? I kind of wish she.
I thought she fucked up.
I kind of wish she didn't even come up to talk to him. I kind of wish she just literally walked behind him, gave him a mean look, and didn't even show up for the rest of the skit. It should have been like.
I thought. Did you think somebody had fucked up too? Like you think she had like walked through at the wrong time? Because I thought she had like.
I thought they might be setting something up for later. I didn't think she was part of the same skit. I was just like, lol, Paige walking with the mean look behind, or just because Paige apparently doesn't have an office, she just walks around the back. As
she really
to,
doesn't.
Like other people. So just like, see, they're trying to like. I don't know, not world build, but you get my point. But she just turns around the mean look. And
real quick too, speaking of Paige as GM, so I said a few weeks ago that I feel like when people become GM, they stop being interesting. Paige is coming into her own slowly but surely as GM. She is finding who she is as GM, which is pretty much
emphasis on slowly. But yes,
she's becoming somebody that like pretty much her GM status is she likes to start shit. So, like
that does seem to be what it is.
Like that's what it is. She likes to just be like, I wonder what would happen if, and she just likes to fuck with people. So yeah, and Becky Lynch and Charlotte, like we're talking about who's gonna win Money in the Bank, and yeah, pays for the matchup. Again, had to show face. I'll say again. WWE has set it up to where everybody is damn near on the same wavelength. So every week, people have to show face in some capacity.
Yeah. Because
they have so many people who are on the same level right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just makes for sometimes it can make for convoluted ways for people to show face. Yeah. That's all. Because this wasn't bad. It was just, again, right, you have to be here, don't you? Speaking of, you got to show face. Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega in the back talking. All of a sudden, a certain
man without a face.
Just like randomly shows up and starts like talking. It starts talking like they like hanging out watching TV. Like he was just like, "Hey man, what's up?" Like what the fuck? And then Zelina Vega was like, "Excuse you." That was funny. But yeah,
apparently
speaking
they really do know each other, so
yeah, but it was just funny because it was like, speaking of people we haven't seen in a while. Hey, Sin Cara.
Speaking of showing face, here's the guy that doesn't have one, whose name literally means without face.
And then Samoa Joe is gonna be our final Money in the Bank competitor, not barring the New Day, because we still don't know who the fuck they're gonna pick. I have no problem with this. I like this idea because we know Daniel Bryan has said. First of all, Daniel Bryan has been in Money in the Bank and won, and then Daniel Bryan has said he wants to give the newer faces a shake, a rub. So Daniel Bryan now winning, not a surprise. I'm glad it wasn't Big Cass. I'll put it that way.
Are you? I thought you'd be upset it wasn't Big Cass. I'm happy
No,
it
bro.
wasn't Big Cass.
You said what? You said you are?
I'm happy it wasn't Big Cass.
Oh, bro, I'm
Well,
happy it
that
wasn't
goes
Big
without
Cat.
saying. I don't like
I
Big
never.
Cass.
Again, just like Carmella, bro. First of all, Big Cass, as far as how I'm concerned, as far as likability and character wise, promo, all this stuff, Big Cass, I don't believe is on the same level as Carmella. And on top of that, I don't think that the feuds Big Cass have been having are up to par, whatever. And but I was gonna say, but Big Cass is not terrible. So that's what I've been saying. Maybe that's been getting misconstrued. He's not bad. But in the ring, just like Carmella, in the ring, no matter how good you are on the mic, both of them two, I don't know if it's fitting that I'm speaking of two people who used to date anyway, but in the ring, both of them two are not like the best. Let's not fucking kid ourselves. So yeah. So I'm glad it wasn't Cass, man.
Yeah.
We got another big man, and it wasn't another tall man necessarily. It was another just big.
It's another big dude that's actually athletic. Um,
Exactly.
so yeah, that was Raw and Smackdown.
Um, and then yeah, Cass did his stuff after, and I mean,
Big boot and hold the arm up. The Cass special.
right. What was I gonna say? But and if you think about it too, it makes sense for Samoa Joe to be the one to win this. Daniel Bryan doesn't need it. Big Cass has this feud, however good or bad you think it is. So if anybody needed it, Samoa Joe does need it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Um. So this is something I've been thinking about. People who, after the superstar shakeup in the NXT call up, who still weren't on Raw or SmackDown for however many weeks. Mike Kanellis, Authors of Pain, and Sanity. Sanity was supposed to be on this bitch, and them motherfuckers have never showed up. So yeah,
I forgot all about them.
exactly. Sanity minus Nikki Cross. Because apparently they're doing what they did with Enzo Cass and Carmella and calling the women up separately. Maybe they're gonna start doing that with the NXT stables with females.
It worked so great before. Anyway,
I mean, it really did. Carmella's doing way better than Cass is, and you know we know what's going on with Enzo. So
well, it was more like not necessarily the Carmelo part, but for the team, and then you take away part of the team.
oh, I got you.
The person that did okay was fine, but the rest of them.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, like you said, that was Raw and SmackDown. So again, we're gonna go ahead and see if we still got the same picks now that we know something else. We still don't know who New Day's picking, and I'm teetering that line before it starts to get to a point where it bugs me. Just fucking tell me. And I love the New Day, but I'm teetering that line to when it's going to start slightly annoying me that they won't just fucking say.
Winning anyway.
I mean, rumors say that if they pick Big E, rumors say Big E is going to get a big singles run. So, I mean, rumors, hooray, rumors, like I always say. But if that is the case, rumors state Big E is going to be the man. So, that's if they even pick him. If they don't pick him, then fuck rumors, which fuck rumors anyway. But yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Um,
Not winning.
and athletic in-ring talent-wise and whatnot, both of these Money in the Bank matches, men and women's, look stacked. Like these matches on paper, these should be some damn good matches.
Theoretically, the matches should be godlike. I'm okay.
Yes, yes. I think that
I think my preemptive picks the last time were fucking Miz and Bliss.
that's what I've been picking too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it.
Yeah, we got Joe at it now. I'm still.
If they would have put Cass in the match, I'd have said Cass wins.
Yeah, because it seems like they're really. Yeah, and we all know Vince likes big men, so at least that's another rumor. So
that's kind of true. Which at one point I was like, I wonder if this whole Roman Reigns thing is all just one big elaborate elaborate plan by Vince to finally get us to root for the big guy that he wants
Mm,
in Braun. But considering he's still yet to pull the trigger on Braun and is still trying to pull the trigger on Roman, that's not the case. It's just
mhm.
the final time the crowd actually wants to get behind the big guy. Vince isn't interested in him. He wants the big dog instead.
Truth. I mean, I'm not gonna really get into too much speculation on that because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Me neither.
But some of it might have to do with the NOI lineage, which is why they're pushing Roman so much. You know, that's what I think.
But the crowd doesn't want him.
No, but I'm saying that's the reason why I think because
Oh,
they.
here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Yes, it's the lineage. It's what happened with his cousin, who the
Mhm.
crowd also said no to until they let the dude like they cut the fucking like parachute off and said fly or die, and he
Yeah,
flew.
but The Rock.
You
I
gotta
mean, come
fly or
on.
die with Roman.
I mean, you got
That's literally the only
Mister
reason
you
Roman
got
is
Mister
like
Charismatic as shit
looks
though.
like. Well, Roman has the look like he should have charisma, but again, they're
Truth.
trying to like hand feed everything to make him into something instead of just cutting the fucking parachute and letting him fly or die.
It's like I said, man. 2 plus 2 don't equal 22. Um, but yeah, Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalia, Lana, Naomi, Sasha Banks. Still going with Alexa Bliss. Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, now Samoa Joe. Still don't know New Day. I would be happy with anybody from New Day though, and I feel like pretty much anybody would. Miz again. So yeah. We are 3 weeks out from fucking Money in the goddamn bank. That is so crazy to think that. But yeah, we are 3 weeks out from fucking Money in the Bank, y'all. Um,
Sundays away, two more Thursdays.
yeah, like Money in the Bank should be good on paper. I mean, we'll talk more about it when we do our predictions, and of course, then we do our Fallout review and whatnot. But the only match that I am not looking forward to for real in the slightest, I mean, hopefully it's good, but in the slightest is Reigns Mahal. And then Lashley Zayn should be an interesting match. It's just the storyline for that was just rushed for no fucking reason.
Yep.
So yeah. Shit, I mean, fucking, you got the Good Brothers against the Bludgeon Brothers, which should be a surprisingly decent match at least. So,
All four of them are actually pretty good wrestlers.
right. Eric Rowan is the one that like nobody really cares about. Well, shit.
Well,
No, they.
that's
Well, I was gonna say Carl Anderson too. Shit.
no people care about them some Carl Anderson.
Was in the Eric. So then, shit. Eric Rowan is the one that nobody really gives a fuck about.
He's the least cared about in the match, but he's also improved a lot over the years.
Because when the Wyatt family was first starting, Luke Harper was the standout as far as the two of them because he was a big dude that like was athletic as shit.
Harper is still better, but Eric Rowan
Mm.
has his moments of surprising athletics. We're in the era of the surprisingly athletic big man.
True, Samoa Joe
Samoa
that
Joe,
just got at it. Right. No, I'm
Kevin
just saying.
Owens,
For instance,
Braun Strowman, fucking Luke Harper,
Biggie.
Big E, Eric Rowan has his moments.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Drew fucking McIntyre is surprisingly huge.
Yeah. I was gonna say Bobby Lashley to an extent. Bobby Lashley does a lot more power moves than anything. Bobby Lashley to an
Let's
extent.
not forget the old Brockle
Brock Lesnar, yeah. But yeah, everybody, thank you for listening, Armchair Bookers. I'll try to do a better impression of somebody next time, maybe. And again, forgive the if you hear any static, any weird feedback, any cutting in, cutting out, all that stuff, technical difficulties and whatnot.
Why you all in my ear?
Real quick before we go though,
Trying to hear.
before we go though,
You don't know me like that.
if you want to hear more from this man right here, not the one talking, but the other one who was just talking, giving y'all a rendition of Throwback Luda, my man Pete, you can go ahead and go on Twitch TV twitch.tv/Giotavi, and that would be twitch.tv/GIOTAVI. You can go ahead and see this man. He does video game streaming and whatnot, plays fighting games and all that stuff. He says he's not good, but I mean, just go have a good time and all that stuff. And if you also want to hear more of us and actually see our faces, we are going to be on webcam. We keep this nerd thing going, and we do Dragon Ball Z reviews. We're reviewing all of the movies of DBZ in succession. So that is going to be on Feo Grande, Spanish for Big Ugly. That is FEO space GRANDE, and that's on YouTube. Appreciate you all for listening. And if you want to hear me rapping and my friend singing on our first album, you can go ahead and check out Same Difference. That's going to be basically where you can find any CD. So that's iTunes, Apple Music, iTunes, Apple Music, same thing. Amazon Music, Google Play, as well as a few of our singles up on Same Difference YouTube page, and we also have a Facebook page as well. Thank you all so much for listening again. You got anything to say before we close this out, Pete?
Nah, I think you got it pretty much covered, dog.
Word. Thank you for listening for like the 6th time I've said that, bitch. And remember, if you need to make an audible, you can always call it in the ring.